Alright, yeah, well, we got all of this is mocked up and ready to go. We're working on the front portion now. Goes out to the grill. This is a Corvette power latch. We're using that, so it's soft touch hood close. So we built all this bracket. Now we're going to start finishing on the engine cover that connects over top of here and goes around the latch. But we got all that where it latches. This is an electric latch, but it also can be used mechanically. But yeah, we got that set up, and then now we're moving on to the front stuff. So yeah, so we're going to put all these boxes back in, mock up the front 2 boxes and the top cover, and then we have to figure out the height of the grill. Don't really have the grill we're going to use yet, so I got to kind of figure all of that out, and then this piece will continue it out to the front, and then this is the shape. There'll be a metal piece that covers all this with an access little port for the latch. So this will all, you won't see any of this, it'll all be filled in. But we got to bring it out to get this shape, get the height of this right, make some type of brackets to hold this piece on, and then figure out which grill. I think we're going to do a custom one-off grill, but it's either going to have to be made to fit this hole, or else I have to figure out what shape it is. But this came with the kit, so I'm going to assume that's the right shape, but when we get the grill we'll see. But I still have to build this part. So, and then all this is going to get bonded together to one piece. It's a bolt together kit, but by the time we're done it'll all be molded into one piece and get rid of all these seams and holes and places. So the bucket will actually be part of the fender rather than a separate piece. That's all the body shop's going to take care of all that stuff. I just have to get it together where it'll stay here. And then these aren't available, so we have to doctor these up and fix all of this stuff. And then bumper basically is a continuation of this. That's open. And then since this is a power unit, there's 2 cables that one goes on each side. We have to mount that unit somewhere and feed those cables in, because right now you can use it mechanically, but normally what it would do is when you close it, it'll pull itself shut. So we'll see how all that works once we get that portion, but that is mounted. Anyway, so this is all mocked up in cardboard. This is what we're going to make. This piece, all of this will be removable with this engine cover, with this box cover basically. So this whole, to get to all of this stuff underneath here, this whole piece will come off in one piece. And then we got just the slot for the Corvette latch. And then this will have a small radius here, and then this will be broke. So this piece will be made on that piece. And then there'll be a return from here that fades away on each side to match that.
And did you figure out the grill yet?
We're going to have a custom grill made to get rid of the chicken wire thing that they use. We'll just have a custom grill made to go in there. We'll either make it ourselves or have it done. So we put, you know, after all this work, we'll put a one-off grill in here. So, because the factory grill's kind of chicken wire, and then it's got a rectangle bolted to it with the logo. So we'll, kind of like we did on the Bullet, we'll just do a billet one-piece grill that's custom for the car. After all this other custom stuff, you can't put a chicken wire grill in there. You just can't do it. But that's the way it is. So this will basically, so that'll all be welded to this, and this and this will all come out in one piece, and then you'll be able to get to everything you need to get to, the radiator, puke tank, any of this stuff, the latch if you need to service that. That'll all come out in one piece. So I have to make this piece and then make this half and this half, because we have to break it on this radius and then join it back together in the center. So I would imagine it'll be this piece, and then this piece. So, and then we'll have to weld it all together and body work it, or metal finish it. And then it'll get body worked and painted obviously, but it'll more than likely be down the center, this side, this side, this side. So yeah. there we go. Fun, fun.
Let's make it.
Oh, we're gonna make it. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. So. Don't tell her to come back. Bolts in the way. Yeah, so that'll be the one for the other side, and then this one will be that side. And they'll obviously fit better when we're done, but yeah. So we're figuring out now we're gonna do our reveal brake, and that'll set the front of this, how far back it is. And then we have to leave room over here to finish this out, and that's going to be the hole for our adjuster. So. Yeah, it's getting there. Slow but sure. All right. Gone. Don't seem like it did too bad. Now we can do more fitting here. Get that out of the way. All right. Sweet. Yeah, this is going to be super fun. All these compound angles.
Least room for air.
Yes, sir. Always. Alright, so we got her tacked together, those two pieces, and this is our reveal piece that we eliminated. That's now built on the front of there. So the grill will go behind this. And that'll have to all get cleaned up. We'll finish weld this and metal finish it, and then we'll start building these two pieces, a continuation of that. So, yeah. Just a matter of making them and welding them together so they look like one piece, but we'll have to do a little transition in this radius so it don't look so peaky. But yeah.
It's good.
It's getting there. This shouldn't be too bad tying these in, and then we'll box that side in because we're going to put a bolt here, put a bolt on that side, and then we'll have two hidden bolts in here somewhere to hold this in place. So
Let me know when you're making that corner piece too. That's gonna be a
this right here.
tricky piece, and I'm sure that'll be interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna basically, this has a little bit of flat from the core support where the core support was. We're actually gonna split that and push that transition down. See how it kind of comes down and then it goes flat? Well, that was when we didn't know what we were doing there, obviously. So we'll split that and that'll go down, and this will just be a continuation of this angle, and it'll end shorter. Which, yeah, we can show that. We'll basically split that, knock that down, and then that radius will just run out to nothing. When originally that's part of the core support, so we left that flat because we didn't know what this transition was going to look like. Well, once we got this made, we know that we can pull that down and just continue this plane straight on out. It'll only drop it probably 1/8 of an inch at the most, but it'll make this finish out sooner. So, and this will probably just come down and just taper off and stop, and then this will get filled in with fiberglass. So there'll be just that solid wall. So you'll still see this transition up against the fender. You know, that way it looks the same all the way across. But yeah, no, and then it turned out we're gonna make our own grill. We're not, yeah, we haven't found any grills made for these that are like what we want. They're pretty cheesy, so we're gonna do a 60-61 billet grill, bend it to shape, and then do all our cuts in that. So it'll have a kind of a custom grill like the Bullet did. It'll look factory, but we're going to clean it up around the radiuses, around the light bezels, make it all look nice and pretty. Because you can't just buy parts and throw them on here. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Not anymore. No. Plus, it'll be something one-off. It'll be good for the customer to have a grill that there's one, you know, rather than.
Put too much work in the engine.
Yeah. We'll just put some chicken wire in there, little chrome edge around it. But no, we can't do that. No, it should be real sanitary. You'll just have a couple bumpers for the hood and one little slot for that to go in. And that'll be it. There'll be one little slot for the latch, and it's using that Corvette power latch, so you'll just soft touch close it, and it'll electrically close itself. So no slamming this hood. Okay, so we're refining our pattern to make this back section out of steel, and it will join onto here on this radius, and this will all become one piece.
What gauge is this? Everybody's always
18 gauge. I actually answered that on one of the things. This is all 18 gauge steel. That's pretty much what we use on everything. Yeah, I mean, that's what most car metal is. Earlier ones are thinner, but 18 gauge is what we use. It works well. Doesn't freak out too bad, but does freak out a little bit, so. But yeah, no, 18 gauge. I'd like to say it was something crazy, but it's not. It's just 18 gauge. Yeah, I saw a couple people that asked that. What gauge are you using? but it's close to car metal. So some of it's 19 gauge, some of it's 18 gauge, but all we use is 18. So yeah, we'll tie all that in. We're gonna do a couple little changes over here, change that radius, which I talked about. Then this will come down, finish off, basically just fade away, and then this will be filled in with fiberglass here. So then that'll just follow that up, finish that, and then obviously all those will be done in fiberglass with this fiberglass front end. And then yeah, there'll be some hidden screws, and once this is one piece, it'll come off. Probably going to roll this edge down just to keep it from looking sharp edge, roll that edge down for this to go into. But that's all you'll see. There'll be that one hole for the latch, and there'll be 2 stanchions or hood stops, rubber hood stops there. And then other than that, it's just clean. The grill goes behind this flange. Yeah, I guess just got to make it happen now. That's the do some final fitting on this, but a little bit of sanding.
Pretty close.
But it's pretty close, yes. Do a little bit of sandaging. Gotta fit it back one more time, then I'll weld that up, and then make sure it doesn't get out of shape. And start building up the side pieces, and then weld it to that last. Once we get all this fitted in. So yeah. What do you want me to do? Snooping. Running the radio off and snooping.
You know me.
We're doing the reverse flange on here to add strength to this section when we tie the front on. So it would normally be just a sheet metal thick here. So we made a notch in the core support for this flange to lay in, so when you go to take this piece off, it doesn't try to flex. And it'll give us a good place to bolt to on each side. Right here. We'll put a bolt through here, bolt through here, bolt through here and here, and that's what'll hold it. It'll all be hidden, and that's what'll hold it on. So
you got nut certs on the...
Yeah, it'll be probably a nut flange welded inside here, so it doesn't add any thickness to the outside. And then we'll bolt through here, through here. It just doesn't have that piece on it yet. We'll bolt through here, so there'll be basically 4 bolts that hold this on, and it sits there anyway. Gravity holds it on, but yeah, it'll just have a few bolts to take out, and then you can take it off to get access to everything. Otherwise, we don't want any bolts showing, so you have to hide everything. I mean, normally you just put some bolts through the top, but then that's ugly. So yeah, we can get that all welded up. Then we'll weld this piece and the front piece together, make it one piece. But right now I didn't weld it together yet because I got to take this in and out, in and out, in and out. So it's just easier to do it this way. But yeah, at some point it'll be one piece. So it's a bunch of little pieces and flanges, but we're trying to make it strong enough that when you take it off, it doesn't try to bend and bust the bodywork or crack the bodywork or anything. So we'll get there. Unfortunately, it takes a while. Okay, so I gotta fill this little piece in to drop it over there. Fill that in on both sides, and then I'll be figuring out this bull nose corner, how to finish this on this piece and make it look nice, basically. So I don't know if it's going to come out and go round, taper away, or if it's going to have like a little, kind of a little flat on it like that does back there. I don't know if this is going to come up and then go into a radius, or just continue in a radius and have like a bull nose. So I don't really know yet, but I need to get these pieces in there and this tied together and all cut like it's going to fit, because this will basically follow that down. So once I get that cut and this tacked on and it's solid, I can figure out that little bull nose. Might try it a couple ways and see what looks the best, but it's either continue it straight and make the front have like a flat radius, kind of like it does back there. You know, kind of how that radius goes into a flat right here. See, this radius comes in and then goes to a flat. I may do that here, or it may just be a bull nose. I don't know, like just go to nothing, round off. We got to
play around with designs.
Got to see how that's going to look. I'll probably make one of each and see which one Charles likes the best. But the ideal thing would be to bring it straight out and fade away to nothing, and then have this flat front. But it may look better to just stop it. You know what I mean? Just bolt. So we'll see how that goes. It's, you know, we have to make that stop at some point, and we got to do it nicely, and we can't bring it all the way out to here, so we have to stop it in this area. So we'll see how it looks, but we got to make them 2 pieces first and then go from there. We made 2 styles. We made a bull nose style that came in round, and we made a flat style where this is just a continuation of this flat radius into here, and then we bring this radius in. This is the one they chose, so we fabricated 2 of those, and basically just finishes out, makes this section tie into the front piece. So now we'll finish weld this, and this one piece will be done.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more build videos like this, help us out by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. And it's a little thing to do, but don't forget to turn on those notifications. If you want to buy merch, go to store.classiccarstudio.com. See you next time.